Okay, my friends, welcome to the Truth Tribe. I'm Dawn Thompson. Thank you guys for being here as always. This is an open-minded place to have discussions about open-minded things, and we've been tiptoeing, and so I'm going to stop tiptoeing, and we got to talk about things. And I haven't really tiptoed. I've given you information, but we really need to open the dialogue, okay? You remember that you are all perfect, okay? Exactly where you are in this now moment. It's hard for you all to understand that because you think you're this. You think you're the physical, okay? And we're so much more than that, right? But we still have to address the physical, so let's address it all. Just remember that there is nothing wrong with you and that I love you all very much. So I am going to bring up the topic, which is feeling better but never fixed. Have you guys noticed this? Like, have you all noticed that we kind of start feeling better and then we're never fixed? We're never fixing it. Science and tech, oh, we got it. We got the healer. We got the cure. You don't. They don't. It doesn't. We're never fixed. You get your knee fixed. You get your stomach fixed. You get your leg fixed. You get your arm fixed. You get your emotions fixed. And then we're never better. Right? So we're feeling a little better and then we're not fixed. And this is a looping, not fixed frustration. So what I brought, guys. I brought this great book for you. Okay. Anyway, a little bit of something for you, which I'm going to leave for you. I'm going to ask you again at the end. I want you to ask this question as I go through this call. Again, this question is associated with chapter 10, and it says, neutral isn't nice. It's nothing. What would a master do? I'm going to start you guys with this question. What would a master do? They would find a solution to their peace, which is neutral, not accept suffering and scarcity. That's a question that's being asked of you at the end of chapter 10. All right, let's start. And you're going to answer that again when we're done with this call. Okay. So feeling better but never fixed is due to the third dimension polarity. Okay, and what is polarity? This is polarity, a pendulum. And when you pull the pendulum over here, physics is going to force this pendulum to go exactly the opposite direction, exact the amount of space that you pulled it. So if you pull it here, it's going to go exactly opposite. That's physics, my friends. I didn't make it up. It's science, it's energy, and we're going to get into that. So this is the pendulum of life. This is the pendulum of you. It is pulling the opposite of what you want into your space. Okay. And it's the self-sabotaging game that you've been programmed into your entire life. And we have to talk about it, right? Because it's time to ask why. Why are you accepting sacrificing and suffering bullshit? Why are you accepting that? I just don't get it at all, right? So anyway, you aren't asking why. They aren't asking why. We have not been asking why. That's the big thing. Why you're in you feel better and then you're not fixed bullshit frustration. It's a loop. And you must give yourself permission from this point forward for living life as an adult. And I mean like as an adult, like right now. Like I need to choose what an adult would choose what I want, and I can do whatever the hell I want because I'm an adult. And so now when we put our physicality in it, you go, oh, my arm hurts, my leg hurts, my neck hurts. I don't know. I got to go to the chiropractor, whatever. And you heal it. You think that they're doing this to you, doctors, whoever. All healers, my friends, or healing tools, supplements, anything, I'm going to get into it, they don't fix you. Okay. It's just pulling you in the opposite direction of pain for a while. So here was your pain. And then you went to the healer and it pulled it and gave it over here for a little while. That's polarity. So feeling better and not fixed is the looping that we're all going through. It doesn't feel very good because after a while, we're not asking why. Why would we do this if it's not going to fix it? Okay. It's a spiritual detox for your awakening. That's why. Okay. It's like Groundhog Day until one day you wake up and say, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And I'm hoping you all hear me. We can be done with the call for right now. Okay. Because that's how basic this gets. Okay. Your lighthouse. You are all lighthouses. I've been pounding this into you for the last 4 years. Okay. And you're forgetting. You're forgetting and you're buying into the boating and the memories of living as a boat. Do you remember when you were a boat once, right? So every boat that's sailing along is going to be beautiful on the outside, only to find out it's only temporary. And then it's going to be in stress when you ask it to shine like you instead. You're like, you got this, you guys got this, turn your lights on, you got this. Nope. And then they drain all their battery and it dies out. And they're like, oh no, because they're not lighthouses yet. Own your lighthouse status. You are not a boat investigator. Hey, I'm a lighthouse. I'm going to go investigate the boats over there. That's not who you are anymore. Especially those of you following me on this call. Your nervous system, please hear me. Your nervous system, which is your ego, but your nervous systems are hardwired for comfort. Okay? Your soul is hardwired for growth. Period. Hard stop. Okay? So guess which one wins? Okay. Your subconscious is programmed by you, by your environment, by your programming from 0 to 10 years of age into subconscious hard nervous system wiring. It drives your ship, so no matter how much you want your soul to win, my friends, it will not allow anyone else to drive until you see it and become aware of it and adult into it. Okay. This is the biggest reason why I teach hotspots in your birth chart. Because 2 of those hotspots rule mother and father energy, or your mother and father wounds, as people are referring to it all of it right now. And where you were programmed as a child on rules of safety and security. So it's not your mom and dad's fault, that's all they knew. But you also were taught some unhealthy love. And so if you want to stop self-sabotaging, you have to see these energies that need rewiring, rediscussing them, then rewiring them, then reparenting them with simple new tools. And I know this just sounds like crazy talk, I'm sure, right? But people are realizing what I've been sharing for this long time. You don't need therapy. You need tools. You need to know, what do I do, Dawn? Okay, what do I do? Okay, oh, I do this. I write this down. Because I can tell you till you're blue in the face that you guys we're on a 3D plane of polarity. Left and right, up and down, good and bad, happy and sad. It's polarizing. You're never going to be fixed in that state. Never. So your vibe, my friends, you have to pay attention to. Okay? Energy never lies. Your vibe will always tell you why. Your vibe that you send out will tell you why you're getting what you're getting. Your vibe will tell you what on the inside of you looks like. Why? Because it has been programmed to and by who you are attracting in your life energetically. They match your vibe, whoever they are, right? Whoever the external is. So you're attracting people and you're going, I'm not asking why. Are you attracting people who need saving? Are you attracting doormats? Are you attracting people pleasers, controllers, needy, workaholics, emotionally unavailable? That's your vibe at 5. And when you attract them, you're like, I can't believe that. I can't believe they're like this. Everybody's doing this right now. And I'm telling you, go dab into that. Tap into that mother-father wound at 5. And not the parents. Don't even think about your parents. Just think about how they were married, the energy they taught you. You're looking for that love. And then you're like, oh, of course, I've got this people pleaser. That's not who I wanted. This is why you aren't feeling better. Right? After you go physically polarity fix your body, okay? Because we're in a consciousness shift, an energetic, the 5th dimension shifting. We're shifting into 5th dimensional energy. Up and back, right? 5th dimension, 4D, 3D, 4D, 5D, back down, right? So we're in this consciousness shift. We're not in a doingness shift. We're not in an action shift. We're not in a things shift. We're leaving the faith and consciousness, the faith consciousness shift, where I have faith, and you're entering into the knowingness, the knowing of awareness shift, the age of Aquarius, my friends. Okay. So it's no longer how do I fix XYZ part or thing or personality according to blind faith. They told me this, the doctor told me that, the naturopath told me that, the friend told me that, and I believe them. This blind trust in others is exhausting all of you, because no matter what you do, ready, it's only temporary until you start the most vital part of awakening, to know who you are. All of this fixing on your body is temporary. It's padding until you know who you are. What does that mean? You have to know who you came to be, what you came to grow out of. Where are you deficient in your energy field, this torus field? Okay. And where are your superpowers? Where do they lie in your energy grid? Because if you're only fixing the 3D body, which is always in polarity, okay, you will be forced to feel the opposite of that polarity because it's the law of physics. I didn't make the laws up, guys. This is just the way it is, okay? It creates inertia to balance out the polarity, okay? So those of you who don't trust science, which a lot of you don't on this call, because it's all been made up to make you believe in only physical existence is your only reality, instead of simply removing boulders that are blocking energy flow. And I mean on all topics of your life. This has been proven. And everyone's like, well, how do you know, Dawn? Well, go Google whichever part you like. Like harmonics, electricity, the sun's light, the sun's solar flares, the light spectrum that resides in everything organic. That's you're an organic person as well, guys, just so you know, you're organic, right? So back to the basics. For thousands of years, you've been in an energetic frequency of blind faith. You've just had faith that what was told to you, what you saw with your eyes, it would be that. And historically, you've had nothing up to this point, right? There was nothing to test your frequency. You just had to have faith that that's what you felt, that's what you saw was happening, okay? Or examples of what the frequency would look like, or what it sounded like, or what it felt like. Nothing you're experiencing right now is new. It's just simply easier to understand because of the quantum speed that you can learn with the supercomputer in your hand or on your screen, okay? So it's easy to access now and learn the root cause is not the physical. The root cause of anything you're experiencing is not the physical. All roots began as an energy. All root causes of anything began as an energy or a thought or an epigene, which is many thoughts and many painful, wounded thoughts from your epigenetic ancestral line. I keep bringing this up. So now think about it. When you continually work, I'll get back to this in a second, okay? When you continually work on your physicality, your physical body only, right? You're in polarity, and it will always feel better only temporarily. Then when you pull back and remind yourself that your emotions have not been addressed because you're like, oh crap, it has to pull me back over here and make me feel not good again because the emotions are sitting in the center, in your heart. Body, mind, spirit, emotions, and then spirit is really what it is, but we're going to go simplified. Okay. So if you feel good from healing, a healing modality in your body, right? And then physics is going to remind you that the opposite of why you don't feel good. Okay. And it's going to pull you back into an old reminder because this is physics. Okay. So the simple solution that all of you are missing is to understand who you are right now. Who is your soul contract? Who did your soul contract to come here to be? Okay. So this is, hold on a second. Someone's asking, you're asking about, let's see, why am I deficient? Let's see, blind trust until we know ourselves. I will get back to this because I'm not quite sure what you're asking, but I'm going to come back and look at it. All right. So guys, this is the pain I'm bringing up right now. Everyone's feeling it. And I get so frustrated. It's like, why are we not asking why? Like, no one's putting pressure on your doctor, on your healer, on your friend, on me. I put so much pressure on myself to go, wait a minute, we shouldn't accept this bullshit. Why should we accept this? Which is why I'm teaching the Truth Warrior Retreat, which heals and fixes a lot of these wounds that we're like, there's nothing to fix it. It heals the energy. It doesn't heal your body. I don't really give a shit about your body. Your body will heal when you heal the energy flowing through your energetic field. So this is what pain you're feeling right now. Emotional pain, heartbreak pain. Anybody in here on having heartbreak or questioning relationships? A lot of relationships are in fighting or arguing or sadly, divorce, right? Physical pain that you're being told, there's no fix for that. Please do not accept this shit from people. Any doctor, any healer that's telling you there's no fix. My bursitis, when doctors are like, no, can't fix bursitis, it's just the way it is. Fixed. Look, I move it. I got a healer, by the way. Anybody needs a bursitis fix, he's amazing. Your career, right? It's like your career, your dreams are lost, your dead-end job. And you're like, I can't do the career of my dreams because I'm in this dead-end job. And my answer is you gotta step into you. Your children, maybe you feel disconnected with them, but you don't know you. Spirituality is being threatened and you are unsure what's real, right? You have to find your confidence in maybe you're wounded and your pain is coming from social settings. You're like, I don't like it out there. You don't fit in, right? Does that make sense? So if you can't think about yourself in going into some of my courses, and again, I say tools, you don't need therapy, you need tools. The problem is most of you aren't using the tools because I can see you on the website. I can tell when you're in the classes or not. Okay. I can tell when you're in a free class or not. And so this simple fix, a 6 hours, a 6-hour day in sunny Scottsdale, March 23rd, to upgrade all 12 categories of who you are, 12 reasons that you're here to shine and not hide. And we go, no, hey, D, I can't make it to Scottsdale, but how about something else? Okay. Then we said, okay, here's Mastering Badassery with Truth with a ton of questions, which I just asked you a very cheeky one. Here's another one. Check your heart. Are you feeling with joy? What can you do now? Well, you clearly aren't feeling it with joy if you are accepting anyone not to give you information so you can fix it for good. I can't make it to Scottsdale. I can't get the book done. I can't afford it. I can totally respect that. Okay. I'm going to load a book link so you guys can even get the downloaded version and a less expensive version than the full price. Okay. Then someone says, I can't afford it right now. On Friday, right? I unlocked for the month of February my free relationship toolbox on my website. I opened it up to everyone for love, right? Fix the relationships to all of you on Friday, but nobody listens, right? So I'm testing all of you. Free toolbox has one tool in it that will give you clarity on your mother and father wounds that we're going to keep talking about, right? If you just did the iPod activity, which, by the way, John, I don't have time for that either. All of the iPod activities in the other book. I'm bringing them all out. I'm bringing out all the guns tonight because I'm listening to people piss and moan and bitch and play in this groundhog bullshit, and it's on you. I'm not saying you have to read the whole book. If you don't like reading, read the one chapter on iPod. Go do the one activity, okay? Because it's what you're repeating. That activity shows you your polarity is swinging from good, then I don't feel good. Then I feel good, then I don't feel good. Then I feel good, then I don't feel good. I'm happy, then I'm pissed off, then I'm sad, then I'm ecstatic, like insanity, okay? So when you know who you are and why you're experiencing some of the things you're attracting, right? You can guess why you don't feel better, my friends, from supplements at this point. What I'm sharing with you is why wouldn't supplements make you feel better if they work? Green juice, yoga, running, fasting, medication, surgery, physical therapy, chiropractic, I don't know, whatever it is, etc. Fixing. Because they are only addressing the physical 3D. The 3D is third dimension, okay? Earth is on a third dimensional plane. And it will always pull you back to the original unwanted wounds to get your attention inside you for an energetic balance. There's your loop. So what's the solution? We always need a solution, okay? So balancing your knowledge of who you were taught to be and who your soul is here to be. You need to have the knowledge. Body, someone just said, yes, we have to fix all three. You don't have to fix any of them. You just have to understand them. Your body gets fixed when you understand your spirit, your contract of why you came, your mind, understanding that spirit, and then your body will physically realign to that grid line. So if the emotions and the spiritual aspect of you has a belief that you suck, guess what your body's going to be in? Sucky mode. So balancing your knowledge of why your soul came here is the biggest aha moment you guys can have. Knowing without a question what your highest frequency of being in flow, so your lighthouse doesn't move and you have no interest in becoming a boat ever again. 3D physicality solutions and self-soothing, my friends, are going to stop working because it's going to come from here, then here, then here, not here, then here, then here. So the physicality of 3D polarity, add polarity to, it's not just your physical body putting energy into it. It's also going, wait a minute, there's an energy that an emotion started that pain. So many will say to you, oh, you need to do the work. And my answer is, I simply suggest that you see yourself for who you really are on an energetic blueprint. Read your user's manual. That's what March 23rd is, right? Live the life you came to live at a frequency that matches your highest intention of love and kindness and generosity, and most of all, your expertise. All of you are a lot better at some things than I am. It has everything to do with you, okay? Your doctrine is your own personal energetic blueprint, and understanding and learning that blueprint is how you stand and raise the frequency of output coming from you. Okay, so you also limit the amount of unhealthy frequency coming in when you know that. Very much like a lighthouse. Doesn't let the boats inside of him, just brings them in. They decide how they're going to, proceed from there. You will stop from this point forward as well when you know yourself, waiting for someone else to tell you you're okay, i.e. external people telling you you're not okay. This era is over. I hate to break it to you, which is why you're getting frustrated with the fix, not fix, fixed, not, you're like, I feel better, I'm not okay. I feel better, not fixed. It's like insanity. This era is over, my friends. The age of Aquarius will not settle for anything less than freedom and truth. And the truth is if you don't have the solution, you ain't fixed, period. Allowing others to tell you that is over as well. Realizing that healers are going to be vital for the future. Why? Because they're not healing you. They're simply guiding you. They're guiding you home to yourself so you can heal yourself. That is what I am. I'm not a healer. I simply guide you home to who you are on your birth chart, on your astrology chart, not to look at your chart, not to check the future. I could give a shit less about the future because I know who you are now. To show you all your power and how to raise the frequency up on all 12 categories of who you are in this event. This event is the only way you're going to get access to me from this point forward, or a couple, Facebook groups that you can talk to me a little bit in there, but that's it. Those are my options. So if you want me and you want to know this stuff, and you want to know what's in here, and you don't want to read the books, you come to a whole day, or you can come read the books, right? So what I'm trying to share with you is they're guiding you to understanding, healers, of what it would actually feel like to be in an energetic, bright light flow of light. Lighthouse life means letting go of being told you're a loser, you need to sacrifice, you need to give up yourself so others may be blessed. It's bullshit. It's a bullshit storyline. Now, God, again, y'all can't fight me on God because it's just pure in my soul. I can feel it. You can feel it when you're divine, and you know the connection of source consciousness within you. You're a spark of God, a fractal of God. You don't question it. But when you're looking outside of yourself, no different than looking outside of yourself for a religion to fix you, a deity to fix you, a doctor to fix you, and a healer to fix you. It's done. That's why you're looping. So the self-sacrificing this era, okay, the age, I should say, of Pisces, the self-sacrificing Pisces age is ending, and the Aquarius frequency of the age of Aquarius is here for the next 20,000 years. I'm sorry, 20,000. I can't think straight. 2,000. The age of Pisces was 2023-ish years, and now we just moved into the age, and we're going to move in. Now we're into the age of Aquarius and the generation, because Pluto went in there, of Aquarius. So you can call it harmonics, right? You can call it solar flares. You can call it sacred geometry. You can call it binary code. You can call it numerology. You can call it physics. Everything is energy. And if it is not flowing, you all know this. You don't even need to tell you. I'm just waking you up. It's an emotion that you now feel, and you get to clear from your energy field. That's what your power is to do from this point forward. Clearing the emotional energy from your energetic field externally in your Taurus field, which is like about the size of your arms. And that energy field is within your body as well. Right? And so ego is now conflicting with who you came to be in that soul contract, in that blueprint, in your truth, in your energy grid. You know who you are. You know why you're here. You know what you're good at. You know where your badass comes out. Your badassery is wanting to explode. It just gets to me. Your soul knows who you are, and you hold back because your ego is your inner child. And it is conflicting right now because it is your nervous system, and your nervous system wants to be comfortable. And what I'm trying to tell you is, have you noticed you're never comfortable? You're never better. You're never fixed. And we're not asking hard enough questions of people who keep saying, well, there's no fix. I call bullshit. I've seen it so many times when someone says no and it gets fixed. It's that simple. So any old addiction, restrictive habits, maybe that are or were stopping you from freeing your soul, like living your soul for free, like free living free. You wouldn't question participating in stupid low frequency experiences if you knew you were bigger than that. You wouldn't even acknowledge it. You wouldn't walk into it. You'd say, no, thank you. Even with grace, you would do it. But you wouldn't participate if you knew what your power was. If you could see it on paper. Oh, gee, does Dawn have a class? Yes, she does. Your soul is literally screaming at you, my friends, from the inside. It's saying, hey, that's not who we are. It's okay for me to be free. Let me out. Let me out of jail. Okay? This is what's happening. And then you're asking, why am I never fixed on? I just told you, if you stay in physically only fixing your physical body and you don't understand emotionally, energetically who you are, it's gonna be a long trip for you. Discomfort. So what happens when ego self dies? Who are you when your ego dies? Now I'm talking about the ego self. Your ego will not die, but the ego version of you that is wanting comfort, that's holding you back. Ego can never die. You need it to help remind you to eat, sleep, and drink. Okay, basics. Remember, ego is your nervous system. It's not your soul. Okay, so if you don't know who you are, right, that's a scary place. And it's where everyone's at right now because we're being ripped away from ego, all of our past, all the old, all the psychology. So Pluto rules psychology, and it's in Aquarius, and it's saying you don't fit in there anymore. Okay. So spiritual and emotional poverty are at an all-time explosive high. And it's causing everyone to search and then become crusty with others who aren't placating them anymore. The people who aren't doing the work, they're getting super crusty with you. People are super crusty with me right now. Even people on social media that I just laugh. I'm like, you don't even know me, but they're just mad because I'm triggering the energy in them to see themselves. And I love it. And I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm going to keep triggering. I'm going to keep pushing you. I am not giving in about this anymore. Again, we used to call astrology. People were like, oh, that's so woo-woo. I don't really care what it is anymore. It is literally the blueprint of your soul to free you. And again, it's silliness that we're not appreciating that simplicity of it. Now, and a lot of astrologers don't teach that way. They want to teach like your future. And I get that. But right now, if you don't know you have no future. You're in pain. You're miserable. So people who have done the work are also not interested in going backwards. I'm one of them. So I have no interest in going backwards for people who don't want to step up to the plate, who don't want to invest their time, who don't want to step into, like I said, you're going to have a hard time having access to me from this point forward, unless you're in some of these events or retreats. There's no going backwards. But we catch ourselves slipping and it gets frustrated. And that is what I'm talking about. You're never fixed if you're allowing it to be on the physical. It's easier to blame the truth. This was those of you on the IDI, this was your quote today, a version of it. It's easier to blame the truth for your pain than accept it for your freedom. Okay, so a simple answer, I brought it up last week, but I'm just going to keep reminding you because it's really a hot topic right now, is look at your own chart. If you remember, you can go get a free chart, download the free chart on my website. If you don't know where they are, it'll tell you. Go to my website, iDeserveItNow.com, go to tools, there's a free download. And look at what house Saturn and the moon are in your chart and see where you were playing small in an attempt not to trigger your parents or not to trigger that reminder or memory or emotions. This is surfacing for everyone right now, whether you like it or not. Okay, so your exhaustion right now is from trying to be all things that you're not, and I'm telling you what the solution is. Get to know you. Get to know you and get to know what it is that you need to solve right now. I can tell you what it's going to solve. It's going to solve all 12 categories of your life. But if you have one that's flared up, and it is on everyone, money, do you want to know what roadblocks are sitting there in your money? Do you want to see what, oh, you're having a hard time communicating and speaking your truth? It's there. What about home and security? It's there. What about your connection with your children? You're like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I get it together for them? They're just children. And so we struggle with all this. And I'm like, you are replaying your parents' marriage in all these new relationships. So don't think you have to be married to understand what's happening. Now, if this wasn't enough, just me to give you the tool and say, okay, Dawn, I don't want to do astrology. You don't have to. Like I said, then you go get the new book, or you get both books. Or you go get the link. I'm gonna dump a link for you guys. Or you go get the link for my new book for oh my gosh, I'm like drawing a blank. For my new book, I'm offering it as a download right now. Okay, so all you got to do is go onto my website, iDeserveItNow.com. It's literally on the homepage. The Truth Warrior Retreat, push the button, it'll take you there, as well as, you know what else? The book download. You don't even have to buy the damn thing. You can just download it for a minimal fee, and I'll give you a whole bunch of freebies. Okay? Does that make sense? So my point is that I've had it with people going, I can't do anything different. You're absolutely right. You will stay in polarity and 3D glitching over and over and over, Groundhog Day, because you're not asking. Y'all ready? What is the big question on the topic tonight? You're not asking why. And what you're not asking why is, how are you becoming a master? Right? You're not asking about the mastery that you and I just asked. What would a master do? If you mastered your own damn self, right? They would find a solution to their peace, not a solution to their pain. What gives you peace? And they would not accept suffering or scarcity. That question is going to keep coming up for you. Why? Because Saturday, let's go into a planetary update. Let's balance this out and get you guys to understand what's happening in the universe right now. Full moon on Saturday. So you're already feeling it. A lot of you are already feeling it. Why? Get ready, because it's in Virgo. Full moons rule closure and endings. It's a completion of a cycle. So there's a lot of it right now regarding moon, full moon closure that rules mother. So you guys, there's a ton of mother and father cycles that are ending right now. Again, the wounds are not from your parents. They are your karmic lessons that you chose to karmically come in with those parents to learn and then let go to the next quantum level of living. It's a choice to see it or wallow in it and blame others. And I just refuse for you to keep accepting blame. So let's discuss this Virgo full moon on Saturday, the 24th. Okay. So it's going to ask you to kind of clean house per se, like to purge, to detox, to simplify, to organize. And so this can apply to anything, not just your physical, but your mental and emotional. Okay, so any of those count. It's not only ruling the minutia of life, which is Virgo, it's about details and analytics, right? And all that kind of tiny stuff, but it's also rules health. So your health, your wealth, your emotions, your beliefs, your mindset is going to ask you to analyze that and detox what's kind of messy. which of these parts of your life are you living right now? And ask yourself, which of these aspects of my life do I need to clean this thing out, or this thought out, or this experience right now from my life? And you don't want to admit it. So Virgo's going to ask you to address things in detail, right? Do you need all these things, these tiny little things? Maybe it's a junk drawer. It's all these tiny little knick-knacky crap that you don't need anymore. Detox, right? Because you can think about who you are and what does it serve you. It's another question to ask yourself. Detox. Why? Why am I doing this? When you get up and have you guys ever noticed, like when you get up and you go to the bathroom, but you went into the kitchen and grabbed your coffee cup and you're like, what am I doing here? Where you're kind of forgetting stuff. That's glitching, because there's a part of you going, wait a minute, I'm so habitually used to walking to the kitchen, but my soul wants to go over here. That's exactly what's happening, but on every aspect of your life. Everything. Okay? And so the less you have in your space, clearing things out is going to allow for new to appear. Pluto as well, again, it's not going anywhere. It'll dip in and out of Aquarius and it's going to go back to Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn's ruled by Saturn, which is ruled father. So mother and father stuff's going to come up over and over again. Pluto in Aquarius is about bringing up old ego Capricorn control, father energy, and dissolving it. Now, it's not just father, it also rules control of government. So there you go. You can watch this shit dismantle, and I keep telling you, you're like, I can't believe it. They're being mean to me. No, they're not. Choose you. Choose a new way. So for the things in the collective as well as you personally, your inner child, your inner belief system, what you were taught was healthy love that may not be healthy, is all up for review. So if you're too attached to anything right now, memories, things, habits, it's going to bring it up for releasing. It's up to you to see it. Okay. So to get your light shining, my friends, in all your relationships, it's going to be a little bit easier to do so by understanding your personal blueprint of your personality and why you attract every relationship that you do, and then how to raise the frequency on every one of those relationships to healthy love. So I want you guys to grab your seat to the Truth Warrior Retreat today. Remember, this is the last week of love that I have a $200 discount coupon code. It's only good for this one more week, so grab it while it's there. Remember, Truth Warrior Series, TWS Early Bird 20, all caps. TWS Early Bird 20. Okay, it's the code that'll ask you to dump it in there. I'm going to put it into the chat real quick for those who are in Zoom. So if you guys want it, it's there and you guys can use the code. Everybody right here, I want you to tap into your nervous system. Okay, remember this. Remember, you are this nervous system. We got to break it up. We got to reparent. We got to reset. We've got to rewire this nervous system. So tap it, awaken it, get yourself to feel it. You can even use your knuckles if you like and rub it hard. If it's sore, it means that nervous system needs some attention. Okay, tap it in. I am courage. I am love. I am truth. I know courage. I know love. I know truth. One more time. I am courage. I am love. I am truth. Okay. I want you guys to tell me where you're seeing your experiences looping with fixing and you know, feeling better. This looping frustration where it's like, I'm better, I'm not, I'm better, I'm not, I'm better, I'm not. It's like this frustration, right? Let me go back. A couple questions came in. Let's see. You mentioned all root causes began as an energy. Yes. For example, a low back issue has a root cause of, you say your bladder. Now go look up what bladder represents, and which is anger, pissed off. And this is this the idea, which may not actually be mine, but previous generations? 1000%, 1000%. And my point is, we don't even get to blame the spouse, right? And so if your lower back is hurting, we have to go into the fact that as a child, you learned about safety and security in some manner. Now, it may have said you don't get to have what you want. You don't get to have a voice. You don't get to have the security you would like. Maybe the security you like is to just sit in a chair and for 3 hours a day read. And that just seems very unproductive to people. But for you, that is what makes you feel loved and happy and beautified and safety and secure. It could be that weird, but that's what you want and that's what you get. And when you were to ask for that, that would seem completely off the chart. So emotionally, now you go, huh? All of you on this call, she made a very, very vital point I hope you all hear. I keep bringing up epigenetics, okay? Now I do it because I know you all need a science overlap. And energy is energy, and you can feel it now. You walk into a room, you can feel the person who is on high, and you can see them across the room. They're beautiful and stunning and radiating, and then you can see the dark cloud walk in. You shake someone's hand, and you can feel their weight and their energy and their dark. I don't need to teach you this anymore. You know it. But let's go back to the epigene. What if you're all here, and all this pain you're cutting, right? And it came to me for the same reason she's bringing it up. So I'm going to share a personal share. I've always had a lot of liver stuff. My father passed from liver failure. And so there's a part of me could have, the doctor's like, oh my gosh, it's in the history, it's in your DNA. And I called bullshit because the liver is the one part of the body that regenerates itself. So why is everyone accepting this bullshit that they're not going to regenerate and build a new liver? They just accept it and they put energy in, and it's angry and it's sad and the emotions you're carrying. And I thought, oh, energetically, all you got to do is Google, what does this organ, what does this body part represent? It'll tell you spiritually, energetically, what the body part is hurting with the emotion you're carrying, yours and or generations. And so one day I sat there and I thought, oh, wow, I can regenerate my liver, who gets a little sluggish and doesn't like doing what's supposed to be doing. And I can literally cut. I am here. I am the spiritual warrior. I am the truth teacher. And I'm here to teach you all to be truth warriors. Why is it called truth warrior? Because you have to be able to see the truth. And only a warrior can stand in it and start living in its true spiritual soul's contract. Warriors will work their way through it. You can put your sword down. Because warriors are here. They're done fighting. Warrior says, I'm standing in it. I don't have to fight you for it anymore. I'm not going to resist you for it anymore. So when you look at the liver, you look at this person's energetic back, where she feels like she doesn't have support. I think it's probably generations of not feeling like you have support. Emotional, physical, financial. It doesn't matter where it comes from, okay? Liver, I'm probably carrying generations of anger and bitterness and disappointment from family generations. And I was like, one day I'm like, but I don't want to be bitter. I'm happy. I'm giving you guys the goods. Like, I'm bringing you the good stuff. And I realized the people I learned from and heal from, and my healers are just giving me the viewpoint, but I still had to heal the energy and realize I don't have to carry anger anymore, and I can heal this liver. And no one's going to tell me. If they tell me my shoulder can never heal, that's just the way it is. And someone healed it. His name's Tony, by the way, not my hubby Tony, a different Tony. If y'all want his name, he's amazing. But he's also been working on my liver energetically to get it to relax more, to give it more peace. And I've also been drinking every single day beaten in apple juice drinks, which regenerate liver. So physical, mental, emotional, and then on the grid. The grid is all this. I said 14 generations. You guys, this could be 50,000 generations of timelines. You've got to. Okay, I don't care the number. Please don't get caught up on numbers. Does that make sense to all of you? So what I need you to hear is that everything in your body may not even be your emotional pain, but you are all the spiritual warriors. You guys are all here. You're in the truth tribe to bring truth to it and cut the cord and then put your sword down. You're not here to fight anybody when you're living in truth. You don't need to resist it anymore when you know energetically you heal it. So energetically, guess what I went and wrote on my grid? This is what we're healing. This is what we're working on. I know this is going to be hard for you guys to see, but this is my chart. And this is what we do in the Truth Warrior Retreat. We literally work out our spiritual DNA. And I put on here, my liver is brand new and so powerful and detoxes everything in my energy field. And then all of a sudden I had awakening. And I thought, oh, that's right. I don't have to carry. And I kept thinking I was angry. And I'm like, I'm not really angry. And then I realized I'm here because I am here to cut the generation of wounds and suffering and sacrificing and asking the question, why? Well, you can't change that. Why? What would a master do to put my liver and my soul at peace? A master would change my energy field. A master would open up the grid. A master would open it up and start charging my water. Again, here's the water that sits on that energy field of this new DNA codes in my chart with new liver cells and new liver abundance. And it no longer has any of that DNA from the history of my ancestors, epigenetics, genes. Okay, that was a lot. It was a total sidebar. And anyway, does this make sense to you, my friends? There's always an emotion. I don't care if the emotion is from someone in your history and lineage, or if it's from yourself. And this lifetime you've come to clear it, or you're just clearing it, and your parents maybe are really horrible people, and you came to clear it from them. And it could be in your kidney, it could be in your heart, it could be in your thyroid, it could be in your head, it could be in your back, like this gal, it could be in her lower back, it could be in your knee, it could be in your toe, it could be in your skin, and you're here to clear it. You're here to open up the boulders that are in the flow, so in your way of energetically flowing. That's all you're here to do, and the only way you do that is by knowing yourself. Okay, this one says, this is an interesting question that comes from this, and it's true, or it's a good comment. How do I address my love life? Why he's not committing to me in the physical? Is that energy? It's a good question. Okay, so those of you dating. Okay, so this, my friends, you get the love that you want. Basically, you do. You are the energy, and we just, again, don't want to know ourselves, so we go, well, how would I attract that? I'm telling you, you attract the doormats, you attract the controllers, you can attract the emotionally, unavailable, until you can deal with it for yourself. And again, my husband and I struggled with this too, my friends. He was very shut down emotionally for a lot of his life, and so I was emotionally shut down as well, so I would attract that. Until finally I came into my own chart, I just showed you, reevaluated me, who I am, what I want, where I feel blocked, how I need to up the frequency, and said I will not accept a lower frequency of my emotions anymore. I will be me. As uncomfortable as it is sometimes, I am. And guess who stepped up the plate and matched me energetically? My husband. This is the same thing. This non-committal, I'll call it boyfriend, right, is an energy loop as well. I'm good, I'm not, I'm good, I'm not, I'm good, I'm not. I feel better, I'm not fixed. I feel better, I'm not fixed. I feel better, it's not fixed. This is the loop of trying to do things and take actions to be a better partner, right? But you don't need to do anything if you're in flow with their energy. If you're in sync with someone else's energy, you start opening up to ebb and flow. They will find and align with you. You will only accept committed energy because you're committed. So you will attract it because that's who you are, because you're committed to your energy. You will speak it because you know who you are. So people will easily be able to connect with you. They'll go, oh, that's what she wants. That's who she is. It's people don't question who I am. They know that the truth will come out. So they're very tiptoey sometimes, probably, I'm sure, that to avoid it, right? Does that make sense? Okay, is there any other questions on this? No one wants to share. Anybody want to join me live? I'm happy to bring you on to the call if you want to ask questions, or I can even bring you on just your voice. If you want to raise your hand and let me know, I can bring you on and just allow you to talk. You want to talk with me? Anybody? Anybody feeling these cycles? And I bring it up because if you can't allow yourself to start questioning this, okay, if you can't allow yourself to start seeing where you're going through this. Someone said earlier question. I don't know what your earlier question was. Let's see. Oh, are you asking the question, please go over the statement earlier, blind trust is exhausting and until we know ourselves, so ask where am I deficient, am I aura filled? Is that the question you're asking me about? Yes. Okay. So this one's going to tiptoe on you guys a little bit that are religious. And I do not trash anyone's religion. This is not where I go with this. What I'm trying to tell you is religion was made, it was manipulated by man who wanted power. Okay. Religion has been here from the beginning of time. And I mean it in a way of you go back before Christ. Okay. Before this is the belief because Christ rules Pisces and the Pisces era that our planet has been, the era or the age of Pisces is leaving and now it went to Aquarius. The age of Pisces is why you see the fish, why the fish represents Christianity. So for those 2023 years, we've been in the age of Pisces, okay? Which is, Pisces is self-sacrifice sign. It is the sign of blind faith. It's a sign that's in your head that you can't see truth. So you had to blindly have faith in what they were telling you. And there are people always on the planet who are going to come in and say, no, we want to control those who have blind faith. They'll believe whatever we tell them. So prior to Christ, okay, there were other deities that people looked up. They had multiple religions, or I should say traditions or doctrines, right, that they would follow, that all follow the same principles, which were divine source consciousness. You're a spark of God consciousness. You are sun. You are the light of God. You are Christ consciousness. He's just one example. We talked about this last time, okay? So your blind trust in everything has come from generations of family having faith in what they couldn't see and just believed everything they were told. This is done because we're leaving the age of Pisces and we're now in the age of Aquarius, which is knowing. Aquarius rules truth, it rules knowledge, it rules science, it rules the future, and it rules community. So it's going to go to the community and say, can we all come together and live together instead of believing that someone is telling us we're all bad? Let's talk about it and realize you're beautiful and you're beautiful and you're beautiful and you're beautiful. But you've been in blind trust of people who took over some foundational concepts, which is you have divine consciousness. You have God's spark light inside of you. It's just, you cannot negotiate it. I'm going to keep pushing this into all of you and help you understand this is spiritual technology. This has been here from day one of the million years that this planet has been here. You're all from other alternate galaxies as well. You are not, you're not just this one spark of light. You're eternal consciousness. So blind trust is going away, and you're going to have to start researching body, mind, and spirit. When I say spirit and I say emotion, I say go find out what the root of the body part that hurts and ask yourself, if I could just look at my own chart and see where Saturn and Moon are, those are things I learned. And those are things I don't think I really want to have anymore. I'm going to reparent myself into an adulthood and make a choice to heal all of them. Because as I said, I'm still drinking the beet juice. So it doesn't mean I'm not dealing with body, but that is not where I went first. I went to the energetic grid aspect first, and then all of a sudden I found this naturopath that said, here's an easier way. So energetically, I put it into the grid, I put it into my healing DNA, I put it into my healing DNA water that I've been drinking, and I've been very frustrated with it, and then it showed up. So it came down into the body. The body didn't go out looking for it, is what I'm sharing with you. Blind faith is you go out looking for it, and then you believe someone telling you there's no solution. And I need you all to promise me tonight, from this point forward, you call bullshit when someone tells you there's no solution, or when they tell you that something isn't going to get better, and you say, okay, you're still in Groundhog Day. You're still in the matrix. The ego is your matrix. It's programming. It's monotony. It's so stuck in this form that it can't get out of the repetition of better, not better, better, not better. Okay. And I want you to be fixed. I want you to be at peace. I want you to be a lighthouse that is so damn bright, people cannot miss you. And you're going to make people uncomfortable, but who cares? I want that. Does this make sense? Did that help you with the blind faith or the blind trust question? It is a little bit rooted in our belief systems, because the entire planet, this isn't just Christianity, but the entire planet was going through the constellation. This was why we were in the age of Pisces for 2,000 years. And now for 2,000 more years, we're going to go through the age of Aquarius. So the highs and lows of all that. All right. Can you fast expand on what you mean about us figuring out where we are deficient in our Taurus field? You don't need to know your Taurus field, my friends. You just need to know your blueprint, your birth chart. Your birth chart, again, like I said, you will only be able to get to me. If you guys want to do this birth chart, I know this person talking, she's already at the event, so she won't get out of it. She'll be able to see it. But your birth chart, if you just simplify down to Saturn and Mother, your mother and father, which is Moon and Saturn in your chart, and then just go look at what houses they're in. Just see what those houses, what is the first house and what does the 8th house represent? That's where you're here to wake up and go, I need to bring more energy into those departments of my life. But we're so afraid to tell the truth, our truth, live our truth. And I guarantee you guys, everyone around you will be so much happier and more at peace around you because they know who you are. They know what you want. They know where you're going. They know who you want to be. But when you're locked up and emotional and shut down and hurting and angry or loud or aggressive or silent to people and you shut off, they have no idea how to interact with you. So it makes things very hairy and crusty and discomfort. And people think, what's wrong with you? Nothing. You're just not giving them truth. So they cannot adapt to you. They cannot connect to you. They cannot find integration and connection with you. Does that make sense? So again, you can use your chart, but your Taurus field is just how big your energy field goes out. You all think you just have an energy field in your body. Like acupuncture, right? They put a needle here and a needle there and a needle here and a needle here, that they're just opening up these energy fields on your physical body. Well, that physical body blasts out to, if you stick your arms out as big as you are, my little 5-foot arms aren't as big as someone who's 6'4" or 6'2" or whatever. Those are much bigger arms, right? That's your Taurus field. Okay. Your Taurus field is just energy. And again, you have energy blocks either in the Taurus field or in here. And so healing those energy blocks is simply doing your DNA charged water. Now, again, if you sign up for the course, those of you who want to move to mid-country, Denver will open in about 3 weeks. Okay. Denver's doors are not open yet, but I will let you know when the Denver doors open and you guys want to attend Denver. We're doing the retreat there in Denver. Scottsdale's way warmer and way prettier and way better. I'm just giving you a hard time. Okay, so those of you on Facebook, I'm going to be posting several posts, whether it's about badassery, my stories, this and that, but I am moving this call. So I want you all to go. I'm going to put the link in my Facebook pages to just go, please become a member. It's locked right now. I'm opening it up so it's unlocked to the Truth Tribe group. And I will be doing live calls in Truth Tribe group Facebook from now on, not just in general. Okay, I am literally overwhelmed because I have so many platforms that it literally took me down. So I'm doing Zoom. No. We'll still do Zoom. Everybody who jumps on the Zoom is still here. It'll still be loaded up into the, those of you who are listening on the digital podcast version later, it'll still be there, but in Spotify, but it will also be, I know those of you in Facebook who keep listening here and you go look for it, it's going to be a link that just go befriend, go say, I want to join your Truth Tribe group. And it'll all be same link, the same video will all be there. Okay. I'm just moving it so I can start consolidate to one place, because the only place you guys are going to find me from now on is either in these live retreats on my mini Facebook or Instagram lives, or if you're a private client, and that is my VIP group. Only my VIPs can get into private clientele, and I'm moving them as well at some point. So you guys get ready, because I'm moving and shaking you all this year. We're playing too small. And I'm not playing small anymore. It's time for us to raise the bar and ask why. You guys are in monotony and it's silly. So again, one day, March 23rd, Sunny AZ, early bird discount, just tap on ideserveitnow.com or idinow.com. It's the first button that pops up on my website to go onto that page, to go sign up. Right now, it's going to make you put an appointment with me, because I will not even accept people in this retreat unless you are committed, you are invested, and you are ready, because this will literally dismantle parts of your life and take you next level. It's dismantled so many of my clients' lives, but it took them next level. It's taken me next level. So my point is, you cannot be part of this retreat unless you're ready for next level. And I mean like 10x next level, not just basic. Okay. So if you're listening after on the live session or the digital sessions, the links will always be below in the content, in the comments. So find me if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer, or go register for an appointment and you and I will have a consultation to see if I'm going to let you in. All right. So you guys, thank you for joining me. I hope we got this clear. You will not settle again. No more settling. Ask why. Do not accept no. If you have to, hop into the, I'm going to start inviting you all into the Facebook group. So just expect the invites. Okay. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. You guys have a great night. I love you. Brightest blessings. Take care.